Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to my new video. It's Hypno here. I really hope you enjoy, and in today's video I'm gonna be playing what is the best free-to-play deck inside of Clash Royale currently. And yeah, we are playing this log bait deck right here. You can also play with the Princess Tower if you don't have the Dagger Duchess Tower maxed, and also you really don't need any evolutions for this deck to work out. So if you don't have the Evo Goblin Barrel or you don't have the Evo Knight, you don't need to worry about that. You can still play this deck without them because it still works very well. Because yeah, the Dark Goblin and Prince just got a buff, so this deck is completely broken currently. And okay, that should be tower on the right side right here, hopefully. So okay, he goes for a good nice knight placement, to be honest, to keep his right side tower. So I'll still have to like make sure I take the right side tower, because in this deck we don't run any big spells. So yeah, you actually have to take the tower with the troops. So yeah, but the good thing is you have the princess that you always have like yeah, to make like the final damage at the tower, because you could just place her at the bridge if you really need to grab like one or two more shots at the tower. And this is exactly what I could do right here, because even if he defends it, like my Dagger Duchess tower will take care of whatever he puts. And looks like he's not gonna like try to defend his right side tower here. He's still gonna kill the princess with the wizard, so like he doesn't have to kill it in the future, I guess. And look at this like Dart Goblin right here getting so much value, hitting the wizard and then switching targets to the baby dragon. And he gets the wizard onto tower, but that shouldn't be enough for like him to go for like lightning onto the tower. And like the small spell that he has, that wouldn't be enough damage, I think. So he has to get like cycle 2 snowballs or something, or like get a Ram Rider connection. So that's gonna be kind of hard for him to get if I play well, I feel like. So yeah, hopefully I can log in and keep him from getting another connection onto my tower. I'll just go for my princess on the right side right here, because I know that he has to play something on the right and won't be able to use like the elixir on the left side. And I actually want to pressure him at the king tower now, because yeah, especially now that he went for the knight in the back. If I go for my prince, he definitely will Pekka, yeah. And then I can just go for the guards to tank for the Pekka. He's probably gonna bar barrel. Yeah, there's his bar barrel. I'm just gonna let this go from now on. I'll block the knight at the bridge, so if he ram riders, the ram rider will go in front and not tank, like get tanked for from the knight. And he actually decides to go for the ram in the back, which is interesting. That's still gonna cross the bridge, obviously, so I'll just log that on the last moment. And I'll also go for my prince to make sure nothing connects. Okay, like, not the greatest prince, but lightning shouldn't be enough, and he doesn't have snowball and cycle anymore, so there's no way to take the tower for him, right? Yeah, that's gonna be GG's right here. Very nice first game to the start of the video, and I'll see you guys in the next game. We in the next game right here against this guy. I think this guy also plays with Pekka Ramrider, if I remember correctly. So you're gonna be facing Pekka Ramrider 2 games in a row right here. And I don't even think like it's a great matchup for me, because I really don't have the greatest Ramrider responses, to be honest. Of course I have the log to knock it back, but I don't like have any building or anything to consistently defend the Ramrider. So I could like get in trouble right here. I managed to beat Isai quite nicely, but it was kind of close at the end of the game, so let's see what happens right here. And like, a lot of people have been playing Pekka Ram Rider now, because Ram Rider is so good, and like the best combination for Ram Rider is probably Pekka, so a lot of people like play Pekka again now that the Ram Rider is broken. Makes kind of sense to me, and I have the guards on the right side to tank for my princess. That's why I also went for the knight in the left side, because I knew he will have to defend the knight on the left side, and then he won't have enough elixir to support his Pekka on the right side. So I could just easily counter it right there with the guards. And look at that Dart Goblin in the middle, cleaning up the Phoenix and the Goblin Demolisher quite nicely. So, okay, he blocks the bridge, which is completely fine by me. He still goes for the Zap to take no damage, and now I can just go for the Prince to take out the Knight and also generate nice offensive pressure. And depending on what he does, I could just pressure him with my Princes in the opposite lane. So yeah, okay, he goes for the Goblin Machine, and the Goblin Machine should die like quite nicely to the Prince. I don't even need to defend that anymore, because the Dagger Duchess Tower will take care of that. So let's see what he does against the princess. Okay, he goes for that Goblin Demolisher, but look at the princess. That got like 4 shots onto the tower, so we're looking pretty good right here. And I'm actually gonna start my next offense already, because he's still down kind of a lot of elixir. So if I go for my guards right here, that should be kind of awkward for him to defend, to be honest. I also have my evil goblin barrel in hand, but I kind of don't want to use it yet. Okay, he goes for the goblin curse. That's interesting. I'm just gonna log here to take out all the goblins, and he still has to defend my Rascals, which is nice. And like I could go for the goblin barrel here, but I feel like it's just better to keep it in hand. Keep it in hand now, because if I somehow manage to get like a double lane push, he won't really have any good responses against the Evo barrel, I feel like. And in this moment, it was like very important that I um, let the goblin machine lock onto my tower for once, because otherwise I don't think I could defend the right side right here. So yeah, this should be like a pretty good defense. He's gonna get a little bit of damage on the right side and on the left side, but overall I split out the damage quite nicely, and we're still in the lead. And like there you could see where it gets like problematic in defending. If he, for example, has like a goblin machine down and the Pekka together, or the Goblin Machine on the left, Pekka on the right, and then he just goes for the Ram Rider on one side, I will already be like kind of in trouble, to be honest. But that was a very clean defense right here with the Princes. Goblin Curse really didn't do anything, and to be honest, Goblin Curse is probably the best card in the game right now after the big Goblin Machine nerf. Like, the Goblin Curse also got nerfed, but the Goblin Machine got like a way bigger nerf, so it's a lot worse now than the Goblin Curse, to be honest. And I took so much damage right here. Wow, he's actually in a big lead now, so I might have lost right here if he plays well, but like the deck I'm playing right here has so much like breakthrough power. You can always manage to come back with this kind of deck if you play well, because you can generate crazy double lane pressure. So yeah, even if you down a lot of damage, this is kind of like a deck where you can like come back the game in a split second if you just manage to pressure them nicely and force out like the right responses so you can pressure them nicely. So he has to defend the guards also, otherwise the guards would like make way too much damage. And okay, hopefully the Goblin Demolisher will go onto the left side. I hope for it to go on the right side, but that's still fine by me. The Prince should clean up everything quite nicely, and he goes for the Ram Rider. Okay, that's gonna connect. I'm not gonna go for my log because I don't think I could have gotten it down in time. And even if if I would have gotten it down in time, I still need to make sure I get a like good offense going right here, because he has the spell advantage for the end of the game. So I really need to make sure that I like connect onto his tower right here. So okay, he goes for the Zap and the Goblin Curse to defend the like barrel, which is smart from him, but he's kind of in trouble right here. I feel like I'll go for the Evo Knight on the right side, and then I have my like Goblin Barrel to wait. He messed up the Phoenix. That's on tower. Both Dart Goblins taking the tower. No way, GG's. What a clutch win to the end of the game right here. That was kind of crazy. GG's right here, and I'll actually be playing without any evolutions now in the Grand Challenge for you guys, for like all the people that don't have any evolutions, or if you just want to see how I play with this deck without any evolutions, now is the time, and I'll see you guys in the next game in the Grand Challenge. And we top 47 in the world right now, so GG's. We in the next game right here against this guy, and I'm just gonna be playing with no evolutions now, because this is like a free-to-play video, right? And evolutions are kind of pay to win, so I also want to play this deck without evolutions. So yeah, it's actually like a free-to-play deck, like completely free-to-play. It's also free-to-play kind of because it doesn't have any of the new cards, right? So a lot of people could already play it with the two evolutions, because a lot of people have a lot of evolutions. But if you don't have any of the evolutions of this deck, you're still fine to play the deck without them. So yeah, very good deck right here, and I actually recommend it to play for you guys, because it's very fun to play and very good in the current meta. So yeah, very enjoyable to play this deck right here, and it also like performs quite well against the Goblin Machine decks and all of the meta decks. Like, as you saw, I beat like two Pekka Ram Rider players, and Pekka Ram Rider is like one of the most common decks right now, and I feel like in like most other matchups, this deck performs quite well too. Otherwise, I wouldn't be like at top 47 in the world with it, right? So without any of the broken cards, most people that are in the top 50 right now are either using like the Goblin Curse, the Goblin Demolisher, or the Goblin Machine. So quite impressive to push top 50 without any of those cards, to be honest. And he's kind of in trouble right here. Also, he's running like a kind of weird log bait deck. Haven't really seen a log bait deck like this guy has, like with the Executioner. It's very interesting, to be honest. So yeah, like gonna be interesting to play him here. Also, like with the Knight and Valkyrie, never really seen that. I don't think his deck like makes too much sense, but I feel like with his deck he was just kind of trying to snipe the Goblin Machine decks because like the Knight and Valkyrie combination is very good against Goblin Machine decks. Just the Executioner is not that great against Goblin Machine, but the Executioner is very good against the backup of the Goblin Machine, so it kind of would make sense for him to like build a deck like this to counter all the Goblin Machine decks, because even though the Goblin Machine got nerfed, it's still being played kind of a lot, to be honest. So okay, I have to be a little bit careful right here. I just want to make sure I protect my princess nicely. And okay, he goes for a good Goblin Gang, so I should be good. He goes for a bad Goblin Gang, so I should be good right here, because like the Goblin Gang just dies to my princess. And okay, he goes for the Tombstone. That's a horrible Tombstone. My princess is on tower and I can just go for my next princess right here, and I only need like a little bit more damage to take the game, but I don't want to overcommit trying to take his tower and then like get counter pushed or something like that. So I'll just be chilling right here, because I know if I don't choke, I'm like completely chilling and there's nothing he can do to come back the game. So I feel like he lost right here. Yeah, he knows, he's just gonna ignore that and let me take the win. So GG's, very nice game here with no evolutions, and I'll see you guys for one more game. We in the next game right here against this guy, and guys, I actually have like a lot more very good decks prepared for you guys that I have been playing the past days, but the thing is, like, I can't fit like a lot of decks in every video. It's basically only good to play one deck at a time for one video, maybe two decks, but playing more decks than that for a video is kind of overkill, I would say. So yeah, I will be posting like more videos with new decks the upcoming days. So if you want to see that, make sure to like and subscribe right here to don't miss like any of the upcoming content, because I promise you guys the upcoming content with the new decks will be very enjoyable and nice to watch. And also maybe there will be like a few decks that you also want to play, so make sure to not miss out on that. And like, looks like we're facing Goblin Machine spam once again, so not really surprised about that. It's kind of crazy to me because they kind of like nerfed the Goblin Machine about 50% in all of the stats. Like, the rocket damage that it did got nerfed by 33%, but then the tower damage that the rocket does also got nerfed from like about 50%. So that means first the rocket damage itself got nerfed for 33%, and after that, the rocket damage that it does onto the tower even got nerfed like 50% also. So that means the rocket damage onto the tower got nerfed like 60% or something like that. So it's not even half as good as it was before the nerf, but it's still like very broken. So look at that, like it's on the tower not shooting any rockets, and with the rage it's hitting so fast that it's almost taking the tower without shooting any rockets. So he just goes for his next Goblin Machine right here. What do you expect? I'll just go for my Goblin Barrel right here to make sure he doesn't get any rockets onto my tower. And yeah, pretty good defense right here. He still has to make sure he somehow takes my tower, which is gonna be quite hard for him without like getting also 3 crowned or like losing his left side tower. I'm just gonna set up the prince, and okay, that's not gonna work out even if he got like a Goblin Machine or something like that in front, just because like the guards are so broken against the prince. And like the Goblin Curse obviously did a very good job for him right there, taking out the guards, but still, like, when the goblins spawn, his push is basically already dead, so that really didn't do anything for him. And okay, I can just go for my princess right here. I want to block the bridge so he doesn't get... Wait, is that on my tower? No way. That's actually on the tower, but as you can see, the rocket doesn't really do that much damage anymore, and just going for the log to make sure nothing happens. I really didn't need that log, but better play it safe than losing your tower, so that's gonna be GG's right here. He doesn't have any way of taking my tower with 5 seconds left into the game, so very nice video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys for the next video tomorrow. Bye!